Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Okay, it's still 10 somewhere, right? It's still 10-ish. I think I did pretty good. I had to take a shower before I came on here. Hey Destiny. Thanks for watching my new channel trailer. Hey Alicia. Hey Jojo. Jojo, did you see my trailer? My new trailer yet? Whenever you get ready to click off, make sure you go watch that if you didn't see it. You love it? Thank you. I edited it all by myself. I'm trying to get better. And I didn't get a new phone yet either. Okay, let me know what you think. It's featured on my channel. Or it's in my recent uploads. I didn't get a new phone yet, but I made it work. No, I'm getting a new phone this year. I promise. Like, that's on my next. That's on my next to-do list because. Hold on, let me. That's on my next to-do list because. Ooh, okay. I don't want it to be 2021 because I have some stuff that I want to be able to do from my phone. I want to be able to vlog more, and I want to be able to do more like on the go filming. And with my camera, I don't get to do that as often because it requires me to bring more things. And if I were to upgrade my phone and get a nice iPhone, then I wouldn't have to worry about that because the quality of the iPhone camera and lighting, as long as you have good light, is usually pretty good. So I'd be able to record more of what I'm doing, especially for those of y'all that keep asking me to do like vlogs or like shopping videos, because there's times where I go shopping or something and like, let's say I tried some stuff on and I wanted to do a video and show y'all that, like, yeah. So speaking of an iPhone 8 Plus, I saw that Best Buy had some pre-owned ones with a lot of memory on it. So right now I'm leaning towards getting either an iPhone 8 Plus or an iPhone XR, is that what it's called? Used and pre-owned. Because the prices there are better than with my carrier. I don't know if y'all know, but your girl still uses Metro PCS. And all of their iPhones, even though they do have like the newest 11, at least at the ones near me, they only have the ones with 64 megabytes of memory. And that's not a lot. And for what I need my phone for, I can't trade. Even my crappy LG phone, I can't trade it for, 64 megabytes, because with an Android you can put in a mini micro SD card and it can let you have a lot of memory. I know with iPhone the memory is like built in, so yeah. Hi Kiva. Oh no, you're not a leopard. I still have an iPhone. I mean, I still have an Android, but I am going to get an iPhone in the future as soon as possible. And they were just telling me like what phone I should get. And I heard that the home button goes away with the newer version, and I like the home button too. I use an iPhone 7 for work, so I am a little familiar with the iPhone, like the older style. And I hear that the 7 and the 8 are very similar, so that's why I was like, okay. Now the Note 10, Kiva, I heard that camera is really good. Do you film your videos on that camera? Hey Chris, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey Queen. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that you were feeling sick, Chris. Ooh, Kiva, I need to watch some of your new content so I can see if there's a difference. Because someone told me that the Note is a really good camera for filming if you don't want to switch over to an iPhone. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. And I'm glad to hear that you're better too, Chris. And sorry to hear that you were sick in the first place. Being sick isn't fun. As far as how the quarantine is going for me, I think I'm starting to acclimate. I was talking about this in previous lives that I wasn't really doing as good with it before. Like I started gaining weight and I was snacking too much and it was just stressful because it was an adjustment for me. But at the end of the day, I had to just kind of like pray about it and be thankful for what I did have. Because I know a lot of people are like not working right now. So speaking of that, you know I usually ask y'all to tell me one thing that you're grateful for. It looked like Destiny might have already did. Let me read. Kiva, you probably do fine just using like the front camera on that phone or do the back camera. If you hear Josiah getting in trouble in the background, I'm sorry. It's because he's supposed to be laying down and he's being hard-headed. That's awesome, Destiny. Yes. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all came here because Josiah likes to make loud noises when he knows that I'm on the phone or something. Yes, that is good. $600 can make some things shake for sure. So that's one thing I am grateful for is that I qualify for the stimulus that's being sent to everybody. I don't know when it's going to happen or, you know, drop in my account, but I'm grateful that I qualify because they could have only did it for people who were unemployed or they could have not done anything at all. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for the time that I've had lately to be able to pour into my passions and basically like channel stuff, because I remember just feeling like before I didn't have enough time to like really get into my like the stuff I wanted to improve. Like I wanted to get better with doing thumbnails. I wanted to redo my trailer. I wanted to bulk film my content so that I could get it out for you guys. And I've been wanting to revamp some stuff, and I've really been able to work on those things these last few weeks and, you know, get the stuff out so y'all can see it. So I'm really excited about that. And yes, parent life, like that's been an adjustment too, because me and my family have been together a lot more and been in the house too. And I think all of us are feeling a little stir crazy, especially because y'all know I love Zumba and I can't do Zumba at my normal gym right now because it's been closed since the middle of March. So yeah. What you grateful for, Des? Des is here, by the way. He's just over there eating popcorn.
What?
What are you grateful for?
Life. Life. Hey, y'all.
Moving on. Oh, so you're grateful for life too? I hope he reads it on his computer screen so he knows. Me and my son and Josiah, that is Josiah. Me and my son and Des went outside yesterday and we walked our neighborhood, and it was really fun because we hadn't been out in a while. And then I got to play like catch with Josiah, and we let him kick the ball and we were playing. And then I noticed that there were other people in my neighborhood walking around too. This is the first time I'd ever walked my neighborhood. So that made me feel really good. because I needed the break. I've been working so much, and I just been kind of like burning myself out. I haven't been exercising, so I've just been doing a lot of snacking and YouTube and work. So yeah, I've never seen a lot of my neighbors until like this situation. A lot of them were going out. We were going out each day with just, but not like to be around a lot of people, but it's like if we needed something from the store, we would go to the store and get it. And I would notice when I was driving through, I would see, ooh, excuse me, I would see my neighbors walking their dogs or walking with their kids or walking by themselves. And I don't ever remember seeing that many people outside before this happened. And it's been raining here too a little bit. It was raining yesterday, but it was cool in the evening, so we had went out before it got dark. All right. So I am seeing that we got 7 people watching. If y'all could do me a favor and thumbs up this live session if you haven't did that already. If we weren't quarantined, I would tell you to come and do my nails because I need to do them. I'm going to have to do me like a pedicure like ASAP because I don't know if y'all remember the last live I had that blue on my nails and I couldn't get it off, but I figured out how to get it off because it was gel. I got it off by myself. And then I took the polish off my toes too because it was just looking like it was overdue for a pedicure. So I'm going to try to figure out, you know, so when I'm going to have time, probably going to be Friday or Saturday so that I can, you know, give myself a mani-pedi because I can't go to the nail salon either. I wasn't going to the nail salon a lot before anyway, but fun fact, on February 28th, I went and took myself to the nail salon because it was a day that's kind of sad for me. It's my mom's anniversary for 10 years since she passed. So instead of being stuck in the house and being down, I went to treat myself and get my nails and toes done. So I had that gel on my nails and stuff since then, like over a month. So now I was like, okay, this gotta come off of here. Oh no, it's okay, y'all. It's okay, Destiny. See, I gotta do me a little petty because, I mean, it look better right now. It's bare. They look just like my nails. Like, my toes look just like this. I don't have no polish. But it look way better than, like, 2 of the toes missing polish. And then some of my toenails had broke. Like, y'all don't want to hear about my feet. I'm sorry. But, yeah. And then my nails started to, like, really grow. And you can see, like, it looked almost like I had blue French tips because it was starting to grow out. I was like, no. And then I have a girl who braids my hair, and she comes to my house, and she was going to, I trimmed them already. She was going to come and do my hair April I think we were going to get it done like the last weekend in March, which was I think last weekend. But I canceled the appointment because we were actually supposed to go on a trip for spring break because my son would have been out of school. But we had to cancel our trip because of everything that's going on. So we rescheduled it for next month, but I don't know if we're going to be able to go then either, the way things are looking. So I was like, there's no point in me paying to get my hair rebraided. These braids don't look bad. I can make it work for another couple of weeks or for the rest of the month. We at home. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Exactly. Y'all, I retwisted Dez's dreads for the first time Sunday when he comes back, because he went to the kitchen. When he comes back, maybe he'll show them to y'all. I don't know, but he seemed to really like them. But yeah, I think like this has really sparked boredom and creativity. I had never did locks before or nothing like that. And I have just been like redecorating stuff, revamping, cleaning up. Last time we were talking about throwing stuff away, like sorting. I did some organization stuff like throwing old mail away, reorganize. Like, when boredom strikes, I feel like the creativity comes. I literally filmed probably like 8 videos on Saturday, and I'm gonna probably film some more this weekend because I'm trying to. What kind of food you been making, Destiny? Yeah, I do want someone else to do the bottom of mine too. JoJo, don't feel bad. I still haven't mastered how to do it at home to get it where they get it all soft and stuff. I was watching this channel called All of Destiny. She always posts these really good pedicure videos, but she's like a beauty blogger, so she does a bunch of stuff on her channel. But like, her pedicures always come out really good, and she showed this kit that she used to make her feet really soft. So I might go on Amazon and purchase that. I don't know. Egg and chicken tacos and pasta. You made a pasta sauce. Egg and chicken tacos sounds like it would be like a breakfast taco. I'm not completely opposed. Now, Des, he hates eggs, so he probably would never try that. But I'm not necessarily opposed to it. And the pasta sauce sounds good, too. I feel like when you make pasta sauce from scratch, it tastes better anyway. That sounds good. I love baking. I might make me a BLT when we get done with this thing. I just thought about baking. Actually, no, I'm not, because Desmond grilled on Monday. And I'm going to eat some chicken when we get off of this thing. I know it's late, but I'm finna, yeah, because we got food. I'm trying to do better. So, like, my challenge to myself this week is to eat the food that we have at home. I think that because we were being told to stay at home, I kept on like, oh, well, I need to get this. We're out of that. Oh, I forgot this. Let me go. And like this week, I've really been just trying to stay inside. That's barbecue. Like, he grilled chicken and he made baked beans. I made baked beans and I made macaroni and cheese. And he put all the vegetables on the grill. So he put like peppers, mushrooms, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, and we put some corn on the grill, and then Des grilled a bunch of chicken. So it's actually been lasting us pretty well. Like, we're on Wednesday. It's still enough for us to eat it to like tomorrow, probably through Friday. But I tried to pick something that would stretch because we kept on running out of the meals last week and it kept making us have to go out. So I'm trying to like do it the correct way and like use the stuff that's here. And then also like that'll keep me from like overspending because y'all, I go into the store for one thing and I end up buying like 5 to 8, 9 things, and it's just like horrible. So imagine that I went to the store like 4 times last week and went for like 1 or 2 things and kept like getting 7 things. I gotta stop it. All right, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna get some questions. We do the same thing. Like, we went grocery shopping, and then like a day later, I was like, I want a Philly cheesesteak, and I didn't buy anything for Philly cheesesteaks. So we ended up getting Philly cheesesteak and wings. Like, it's something I had heard of, but it's just like, yo, really, why didn't you buy the stuff to make it at home? Let's see. Okay, here goes some questions, y'all. I do the same thing, or like I'll like spend that same amount on groceries and then be like, I want pizza. I'm just like, what did I go to the store for? I should have just made the decision. So like my goal is to just be more intentional. Like, before I go in the store and buy all this stuff, what do I actually have a taste for to eat? But sometimes it changes in the moment. Like, I get weird cravings for different things. I gotta do better. All right, y'all. Do you consider yourself a leader or a follower, and why? Me too, Destiny. You are not alone. Destiny, you crazy. I think I've been both, to be honest. Hey, Des, do you consider yourself a leader or a follower?
Leader.
Why?
It's just a natural instinct. One, but two.
Wait, so I can. Okay, now.
It's a natural instinct. One, but
Babe,
two.
talk a little bit louder. You're interacting with the people.
It's a natural instinct. One, but two. It's just I like to research and understand what I'm doing and where I'm going. And most folks who are followers don't do that.
Okay. I think that it depends on what it is for me. Like, I think Queen said the same thing, but I feel like I follow other people that inspire me. But when it comes to myself, I do things based on what's best for me. So, like, I can be in a situation and based on how it played out for other people, I may go a way that no one else has ever gone before because of what I desire for myself. Like, best thing I can think of is, like, I don't want to keep on talking about when my mom passed, but that's like a good example. When my mom passed away, we didn't have a lot of money, and I didn't know how I was going to make it to school, like to go to college. But I knew that I wanted to go to college, so I spent my junior and my senior year like looking for scholarships, applying for stuff, networking so that I could get more money to pay for school. And I ended up getting like 4 or 5 of them, and it was able to pay for me to go to school. So, like, I don't know if that's a good example, but for me, it's like I had to make a way when there didn't seem to be a way for me to get where I wanted to get to. And if I would have just followed what the people around me were doing and told me, then I probably wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in now. Or another example would be like where I followed would be like, y'all know I probably did like a lot of content about being with my ex and stuff like that. Even amongst being with him, there were certain things that I would not follow that he did. And then there were some things that I did follow, like as far as trying to like be there for him and stuff like that. But regardless of that situation, I knew like at a certain point, like I had to make the decision for myself and like go a different route. Like, even like when we bought our home, a lot of my friends were like buying apartments and that's what they wanted to do, and they didn't aspire to get a home, and they were like, you know, I don't want to stay at home with my parents, so I'm gonna just go out here and get this apartment because we're X age and I don't want to be still living at home. Well, me, I chose to still stay at home, and my dad allowed me to stay there until I was ready because I really wanted to get a house. Even though most of the people that were my age, I think I was 23 when I started looking, and then we bought the house when I was 24 and Des was 25. So it's like, that's what I mean. Like, it really just depends on what it is. There have been times where I followed my friends and what they were doing, but then in a way, some of my friends also follow me and look up to me. So I would say that I follow and I lead. Just depends on the situation. Oh, that's a good point. I don't make sometimes I do make my decisions based on others, and that's something that I'm working on not doing unless it comes to like my marriage or my son. But like when you're a single person, sometimes you make your decisions like based on what your parents want you to do, based on what your friends think, based on what other people might say. And it's really not something that we should do, because at the end of the day, you're the person that has to handle those results. So it's like, if you are basing your actions based on someone else's feelings, your life will always be a roller coaster, because it's like you're not living for you, you're living for others. So, yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with going to school 30 minutes away. My university was like 10 minutes away from my dad's house, but it wasn't a community college, so I still lived on campus. And I was really frustrated when I had to go there at first. So I live in Georgia, and I wanted to go to either Kennesaw State University or Georgia State University. But I ended up going to Clayton State University. And at the time, my parents lived right in Clayton County. So that was like the last school I wanted to go to. It was down the street from my dad. I was like, what kind of college life am I going to have down the street from my dad? But luckily, I did go there, and I think it was the perfect place for me, because I met so many cool people and had some really cool opportunities. And I really shined when I was there. So it worked out. It really did work out, even though I was not feeling it at first. But once I got settled in there, I actually did enjoy my experience. And I met, honestly, my best friends, like, that were in my wedding. My dearest friends, like, are from that school. So it's like, I think everything happens for a reason. But there's nothing wrong with having to stay back and help your family. That happens too. That was another point of why we stayed also when I was living with my dad. Like, I was ready to leave before I did, but my dad had gotten sick and we had to help. So we did. That's a good question, Destiny. Hold on one second. Queen, that's completely understandable. It really is. Like, to give background on, like, what I was just saying, when we went through a difficult time, it was when my dad had a heart attack and a stroke in the same, like, year. So it was like, basically, he was the one working and paying, like, the most expensive bills in our house at the time. My stepmom made half the money that he made, so it wasn't like she could afford to do it by herself. So I stayed back to help. My husband, who was my fiance at the time, helped. And then my middle stepsister also moved in with her husband to help, because we had a lot of bills and we just didn't have enough money to make it stretch at the time. So basically, once everything started to kind of get back to normal again, my dad started getting better. He was able to receive money regularly because of disability and everything like that. That was when I, decided to move out and move in with Des and start our own family. And then my middle stepsister ended up buying her home as well after, like, 2 months after we did, after things were better for everybody. So, I mean, sometimes I don't understand why those difficult times happen in our lives, but I do think that they help us build character and they just help us be stronger. And I think they test our faith, because you remember, like, that God brought you through, or that you were able to get through that situation. And so when other little things happen that aren't as bad, you kind of remember, like, okay, I made it through this, I can make it through anything. Destiny says, do you parent the same way that your parents did? Why or why not?
Yeah, I do, in a lot of ways.
I think I do. I do. I have my dad's personality in a lot of ways. So, like, my dad is really goofy and jokes all the time. But I also have the temper that I think my mom had. Like, so I think sometimes I play a lot with Josiah. Like, let's say I tell Josiah not to do something, and then Josiah does it, and Josiah gets hurt. sometimes I will kind of like make a joke of it with him because I'm trying to like teach him that number one, it's okay, you know, you got hurt, but maybe next time when mommy tells you not to do that, you won't do it. But I think that's just also the way my dad was with me. Like, even when I was sad about something, he would try to find something funny about it to make it not as sad of a moment. So, but then on the other end, like, I try to be really patient, but if I've said something like 3 or 4 times and I'm being ignored, because these new generation kids, they clap back, okay? They talk back, they ask a lot of questions. They're not like how we came up where you get pop in your mouth for even trying it, okay? They try you here. I don't know. But that's just how it is. I think it's them watching YouTube kids and them skits on TV or whatever, and they don't see like the same discipline that we had growing up or our parents had growing up. So anyway, you know, the temper comes out and it's like, okay, cool. No TV and you're about to get a spanking. Like, I can't keep on repeating the same thing. But I guess for me, I just don't want him to end up in the same situations that his dad ended up in, or just as other bad kids end up getting in, because like if you grow up breaking rules, your life will be hard, and I don't want that for my son or any children that I have. Okay, let me pull the next question. Okay. What is your biggest pet peeve? I gotta think about what my biggest pet peeve is. You missed the answer. I gotta say it again. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm gonna give you the short version. Basically, in some ways, I parent like my dad because my dad had a big sense of humor. So, like, even if I would be crying or sad about something, he would basically make a joke of it to try to make me feel better or help me learn the lesson. And my mom had a temper sometimes, and I see that temper in myself a lot. But that usually comes out if I've asked my son to do something 3 or 4 times and he acts like he didn't understand or it just chooses to ignore me. And I was just saying that this generation of kids that are coming up now, they seem to like be a little more hard-headed and like clap back a little bit more than I did and my parents did, like when they were coming up, because I don't know, it's just they're different. Destiny, I think we got some of the same pet peeves. I can't stand when people smack when they chew either. It irritates me. It makes it does something like in my ear. It just makes it feel like my ear is itching. Like, I try to like not make a face, but yeah. And then I mean, if I do it, let me know so I'm not making a noise either. But yeah. Sometimes when you're intoxicated, though, you might smack when you chew. So I guess you'll get a pass then. But when you're sober, like, close your mouth when you chew. And I don't like when folks lie, period. Especially about simple things that they could have told the truth for. I'm really big on that. Hi, Lamika. How are you? What's one thing that you're grateful for, Lamika? And please do me a favor and thumbs up this live session for me. I heard that, Lamika. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. Are you working from home right now? My son is in pre-K, and his teacher did a virtual Zoom class with them, like a little session. It was only 15 minutes, but it was interesting to see how him interact like that. Josiah likes to video chat. Like sometimes he'll video chat with his relatives. So this has been an interesting school year for the kids, I'm sure. All right. I understand that. We were supposed to be on spring break too, and we had to kind of cancel it because of everything that's going on, but that's okay. Because when things get better, I'm going to try to make it happen at that point. Absolutely. Lamika, what's one of your pet peeves? That's what we were talking about. I'm asking everybody questions and then I'm answering them myself. What's one of your pet peeves, Daz?
Punctuality.
Daz's pet peeve is punctuality. He doesn't like when people are late or make him late. He can't stand that. Unfortunately, sometimes I have a problem with being on time, so Des gets upset with me. But I've been doing better, right? He said, yeah. You got a little bit of time. I'm probably going to be on here for about 15 minutes. No, we do not. Oh, yeah. Communication is so important. I think it's really important to say how you feel. And when you say something, mean it. You know, if you have an issue, ask. Yeah. I don't like when people leave out information either. Like if something that, if like for like I don't want to give the example, but like sometimes, well, I'll just say no. We don't play bass or bass.
What's bass?
Bass. I was right the first time. I don't like when people leave out information. Like sometimes when my son thinks he's gonna get in trouble, he'll tell me a half truth and then I end up finding the other half later and I get more upset because I feel like if you just tell me everything now, we can fix it. Like he was getting into stuff and he only told us half of it. So, like, over the weekend, he was messing with salt and pepper shakers, and he got pepper in his eye. And I said, your hands smell like salt. And he was like, well, I was playing, and I don't know. And he came in there crying because he had pepper in his eye. And then Des and I helped him get it out. Well, come to find out, he was also downstairs playing in paint, and he ended up getting paint all on the carpet and on the wall down there in the office. And he didn't say anything, so we found it the next day, and by then some of it was too hard for us to get out. So yeah, you know, half truths and not telling. When you mess up, just be upfront about it, whether you're my 4-year-old or you're an adult. It helps when you tell the person the truth. Oh yeah, like act your pay grade. At least when it comes to me, like it's okay to do more and go above and beyond because you're trying to progress, but don't come and be all in my business. Like when somebody tries to clock what time you got there and make little comments about if you were late or something like that, but they not your manager. Accountability is so important too. Lack of accountability, it says a lot about character, and it basically means that when you mess up, you're never gonna understand how to fix it because you're blaming